Hello, beautiful beings. My name is Gina Vadana, and I'm an intentional portrait photographer and videographer based in Berlin. My mission is to empower human beings one photo shoot at a time. If you feel inspired by my work, I would actually want you to introduce yourself in the comment section down below and say who you are, what are you doing, comment, say something, what do you like to do as a job, or like, just present yourself. I would like to have this place a safe place for us creators, artists, photographers, singers, whoever, a place where we can connect and be with each other, uplift each other, empower each other. And so that's your homework. I want to share today 5 things that I learned since I am a freelance photographer. I've been doing freelance work for a very long time. I basically worked all my life for myself through different projects. In the beginning, I was doing it through different projects and, receiving other people's visions, but slowly I gained confidence to actually, take my own destiny in my own hands and decide that, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to become a 100% freelancer, entrepreneur, solopreneur, call it whatever. And so 5 years ago, I became a freelancer photographer in Guatemala where I actually started being paid for my work. And that was, the first moment in which I understood that my work actually has value. My work is appreciated by people. So I must just keep on going. And so I really want to share with you the sum, of the many lessons that I learned during my photo shoots and the connections I had with my clients, with the people I connected with my projects, like every little things, every little bumps, every little obstacle that I've encountered, they gave me a lesson that I learned. And so I tried to summarize this in 5 easy, advices, or, like, let's say, lessons that I've learned during these 5 years. So the first one is focus on you. I know, sounds very easy to be said, then maybe sometimes to be done. And I found myself so many times as well going into this rabbit hole of comparing myself. And instead of focusing on what I like to do, focusing on myself, on my own journey, focusing on my own, me becoming the one that I want. It's so easy to just, open Instagram, go on a hashtag photographers or whatever, artists, or just go on your feed and, be discouraged by other people's journeys, because it's so easy to just get pulled by the beauty that is. There's so much beauty, and it's easy to get lost, and it's easy to lose the sidetrack from your own mission. And so what I'm learning is that stop comparing myself literally with others, and sometimes also works to not even look at what other people are doing and just keep on doing you and improve every day. And I try to incorporate more photography in my life. Like, I take my camera with me everywhere, maybe these times. And I'm so excited. I'm going to Norway in 5 days, and it's going to be amazing. I'm going to take my camera with me, and I'm going to create nice, dope things that I like to do, and so I feel like focusing on you, it's a must for whatever journey you are in. You can be a freelancer, you can be in whatever, it doesn't matter really, journey, it doesn't matter. If you focus on you, on what you love, discovering your own self, you're discovering your heart, what is really desiring to create, what is really desiring to do in this moment. And I feel like there are some gems in there. Like, whenever it's like a muscle. Whenever you spend time with yourself in your own craft and master your own craft, I feel like it's like a muscle. So every day you keep on doing the more and more of that, because it feels so natural for you this time. It doesn't feel so, I go to my own stuff, but I should actually go and watch and inspire myself from other work. And it's interesting. It's an ongoing process to come back to yourself. The second lesson is get inspired. Whenever you feel blocked or unmotivated or stuck, it's so easy to get even stucker if you don't do anything. And so I learned in my own journey that whenever I have these feelings, actually the best thing for me and my artist soul is to create. And I challenge myself, I challenge myself to do something new that might be pulling me out of my own rabbit hole, let's say. And so I feel like this one is for each one of us so different. It expresses itself in so many different ways. But there are different things that we do when we feel stuck or want to numb ourselves because we are not willing to go deep down to understand what's actually that's bothering me right now. Like kids when they have a tantrum, they just understand what's happening with them and just need to let it out. And so, it can be through, I don't know, Netflix or losing yourself into Instagram scrolling or just overall not being inspired to do your own thing. And it's very connected to the first one, but this one is more like how to activate this inner fire, the creative juices that we all have. We are connected with that. And especially for women, I'm actually want to point this out. For women, it's a little bit difficult in some phases of our cycle. Like I'm working a lot with my cycle since 2 years now, and I feel so connected to my own creative process and cycle because I understand my own, time. And is the same with the phases of nature and so on. But what I want to say is that whenever, for women now, whenever is that you feel that you are in your summer, you feel more expansive and more receptive, and that's a moment in which you birth ideas. You can literally make a baby in those moments in your summer. That's the moment in which you can create and you feel inspired and you feel like I'm in my summer. That's why. So it's so inspiring, so beautiful to witness yourself in those like fiery and beautiful, juicy, and ideas are flowing and you just feel so alive. That's the moment in which I create, and that's the moment in which I feel like I'm not stuck. But of course, if I will be stuck for a period of time, even my summer could be stuck, even this period of my cycle I could be feeling stuck because I'm not willing to get inspired, have some new ideas, even like, what, go on Amazon and like, or maybe let's not promote Amazon, although I still order sometimes from time to time. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I still order from time to time from Amazon. But go in a like fancy craftsy, whatever, doesn't need to be fancy, whatever, like a craftsy shop, and you saw those feathers, just buy those feathers, put them on you, take some self-portraits, or call a friend, and take those the pictures with the feathers on your friend, or whatever is your kink. I feel like, yeah, getting inspired with like things that we find even in our home can be so helpful to get out of our stickiness and stuckness. But I feel like there is a level of effort that we need to do. And also, it doesn't need to be something super crazy. Even a small act that you do towards nurturing and watering your inner artist can be enough, So get inspired. The third advice or lesson, let's say, is don't compromise your art. So I feel like in the beginning, we tend to compromise our art or our way of expressing through whatever medium we choose. Can be visual art, right, photography, or singing, or whatever. And someone comes in our field, let's say a client, I'm just going to be very specific in photography. A client comes to you and says that wants something, and you're like, but you know what, I have a style and I really don't want to do this because it doesn't fit or feel good. Or maybe the energy of the person doesn't feel good, Don't compromise. Trust me. I've been, let's say, since I've started this journey into myself as well, like this inner journey, I'm understanding what type of people I want in my field. And I feel like I'm just like, my radar just like emanates the energy. So I have gorgeous clients. I have literally soul clients in my field. Sorry. But because I wanted to say about the other side of the spectrum, which is, but if I do have someone that has something to say and has like a very specific vision that is not matching with my own way of seeing that same vision, maybe, or whatever. Like, I respect everyone's vision. Come on, we are all artists, when everyone needs to do it, in their own unique way. But if it doesn't feel right for me, I won't do it. That's the thing. I won't do it. Not even if it's money involved. 100%. So I feel like honoring that, what it will do in time, it will freaking strengthen your muscle of becoming your own, sovereign artist, your own boss, and not depending on other people to tell you what to do. And I like that. I like when things like this happen. I mean, don't get me wrong, my work is very flexible, in a sense of, like, a woman, let's say, comes in my field and she says, I want a photo shoot that's I don't know, I want just to be witnessed in my feminine essence, and that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that I do. But I don't know what to say. Yeah, maybe it's something that, a very basic company photo shoot, that I might also do it, but if it's very well paid, and also if it requires a little bit of artistic something. But it's more like, I feel like I'm not nailing exactly with the examples, although I did it in the past. But I don't know, it's the energy of the person as well. There are so many, but I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a style, very like precise style, and I don't know, some let's say baby born come and they want to be photographed, I don't know if I would do it. I don't know if I'm like super excited about that. I don't know if I would photograph dogs, although I have a dog, maybe I should do that. But yeah, anyway, you got my point. I mean, it's definitely nice to challenge. I challenge myself. I love challenging myself. But if something doesn't feel right, just about doesn't feel right, I won't do it. I don't compromise. I won't compromise my work. And I feel like this will strengthen, as I said, my muscle as a sovereign freelancer, as a sovereign boss, like as a sovereign artist, because I got me, It doesn't matter if that person is not gonna pay me, or I'm gonna lose that client. No, I'm actually gonna have. Also, that's actually very connected, a very good one. It's very connected, this one, with whenever, let's say, you have a proposal for a client, potential client, might be sounds super nice, everything, you send the email to them, and the packages and everything that you are, you offer, and then you receive the message from them, or you don't receive, and then you follow up to that message, and then you receive the message from them, and they're like, I'm sorry, but we chose another artist, blah blah blah. That's the moment in which you should not be disappointed. No, don't be disappointed. In that moment is the moment in which you're going to tap your back and say, good for you, babe. Like, because that client didn't enter into my field, it wasn't good for me. Now I'm going to open myself up for clients that are actually meant for me. So I think these were kind of two lessons, but you know what I mean? Like, it's so important to, yeah, I don't know, to not be attached to someone. If someone comes, to not put them on the pedestal. Oh my God, it's gonna make me whatever. And when you're a freelancer, it's also a lot about money, because you want to have constant shoots, and you want to have a momentum as well. Also, a momentum in your bank account is 100%. I'm with that. Like, having this satisfaction. It's so nice when you have clients and you get paid for what you love to do, and it's just a super nice feeling, and I love it. But also, don't get attached to that. Don't get attached to that person that might want your services, but they cannot pay you the amount. Let's say, one example, they cannot pay you the amount that you say. So that means that you need to let go of that and open yourself up for someone that will pay for that, for your services, for your unique essence, for your unique expression of something. Don't forget, there are so many out there that create beauty, but nobody will see beauty as you do. And I do believe that for myself, nobody will do it as I do. Nobody. Why? Because I do have my own essence, my own authentic expression, as you have. Same. Okay, what's my fourth? Customer service. Sounds so officey and so mechanic somehow, or not mechanic, but sounds very funny, very stiff to me. But what I want to say is that pay attention to what your clients want, what your clients, how you talk with your clients. Pay attention to how you present yourself to the clients. Pay attention to how you present before a photo shoot. How do you make them feel? The way you express, the way you communicate with them. It's so important. Treat them as you want to be treated. And I honestly, generally say that the reason why I have people coming in my field is because I am being kind, and I have a very if you know the book Nonviolent Communication, that's a very good example of what I want to say, is that it really matters the way you talk, the way you express things, the way you are involved with your client stories, with asking whatever questions, make them involved, ask them before the shoot as well, like set time before the shoot to have a little check-in with them to know you, them to open up to you. Then little things like buy some flowers, ask them what their favorite flower, like, or their favorite fruit, have them on the day of the shoot, or afterwards have a follow-up, like ask them, how do you feel after this, are you still in the afterglow, like little things that you can do. The customer service, yeah, it's important. I even like consider, to start incorporating some more prints in my work as well. And so that's also part of the customer service. Like maybe you can do something, a print after, I don't know, 1 month, you can do a print for a client and say, thank you so much for choosing my services. Whenever you need me, I'm here and you have 10% off. And this is your print for me or something, these little details. I feel like we are all kids playing this life. And whenever we do these little attentions to each other, the energy around that, increases. And also they don't forget you and they will recommend you to other people and so on. So actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to start incorporating that. I love it. So I love when I share these things and actually I get inspired. So yes. So the fifth one is don't get discouraged when you don't have clients. And I have a video in which I went into details. You can check in the description box all the details. But what I can summarize about this particular lesson is, and I think I touched upon the third lesson when I said about, to not get discouraged when one client is not choosing you. I feel like there is such a mastery in understanding that it's not about them. It will never be about anybody else. It's all about you and your self-worth and your own confidence, that no matter what, you're always going to be having clients. And even if those people that enter into your field and they want details and they want to work with you and they want to know how you work and like just ask questions and they're curious first, they probably will come back later. It happened to me. It happened to me with some women that just like, ask me my packages and how I work and details, and they came after 1 year. That's beautiful. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't get attached, yeah, and don't get discouraged. I think the discouragement is such a negative emotion that we feel, and even if you feel it, allow yourself to feel it, of course, and then afterwards just go deeper. What is exactly the one the root cause of this discouragement? Like this deep maybe frustration that I don't have now clients can be desperation as well. If it's desperation, I highly recommend you to maybe have a side hustle job, like something that may give you some peace of mind so you can relax and create, if this is your case. If this is not your case and you have some money put aside, or you have money generated from your business, but you want to keep going the momentum whenever you don't have this full client vibes coming in, don't get discouraged. Just pat yourself on the back. I heard this one, I don't know when, one of the video I watched the movie, A Man Called Otto. It was kind of nice, it was funny. And yeah, this girl said to Otto, pat yourself in the back because you've been doing good. Yeah, I feel like we need to do more of this, like pat ourselves, hug ourselves for the things that we do, and understand that there are waves. There are waves in which we're going to have clients. There are waves in which we're going to have less clients, and so on. But our focus and our presence into the mastering of our own crafts and arts needs to be the same. Doesn't matter if I have clients or not. So the presence, and the energy and the attention, that's what matters to me. That I give no matter what, And then when someone is coming up, I'm okay, I can do that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you're welcome. If this fits, yes, I'm okay with that. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you. I feel like these are some of the lessons that just came up in my field while scripting a little, because I indeed script this video, and I'm happy that I did that. And yes, tell me about your struggles as a freelancer, or maybe about your lessons as a freelancer. As I said, I really want to connect gently with you. Comment down below who you are, introduce yourself, tell me what you do, what you love to do as your work or passion. And Until next time, if you like this video, don't forget to actually like it, and I don't know, share it with your friends or someone that would be in need, or if you felt some sort of like, resonance with my message, then subscribe to my channel. You're welcome. Here is the community. We are building up slowly, but I'm very happy and excited to keep on sharing things that I love. And by the way, you can as well go on my Instagram, check my Instagram work there as well on my website. If you sign up to my newsletter, I've started slowly to write on my blog posts, because I really like the written words too, another self-expression. Yeah, and we stay in touch. Until next time, stay juicy. Have a lovely day. Ciao.